Okay, we decided to go ahead and bring this in the house. I painted it yesterday, and it's just too cold for the paint to dry out there, especially as thick as it is. So we've got it sitting in here next to the fire, and we're going to leave it sitting here while we go to church when I get home today. I don't know, it might dry enough by the time we get home for me to sand it, but if not, you know, at least in here it'll get good and hard dry, which it needs to be before I put another sanding on this. And I was thinking about, now that all the metal work is pretty much done here, it's just a matter of painting it and sanding it, and I can do that in the back room. So I'm going to let it sit in here and harden and roll it in the back room to paint it, and then I might just roll it back in here to dry, because it's 29 degrees outside. It's pretty hard for anything to, you know, dry up hard good out in that kind of cold. So with that said, I think it's good. You'll notice the corners are real, you know, I put that souped up primer on here, and these corners are real well hidden. The line across here where this attaches is just about invisible. You know, all down the side, you may remember I welded onto these sides and everything, and it's pretty darn good. It might not be exactly perfect, but once I sand it, it's going to be pretty darn good. And a lot of this pitting in here where the lettering is has kind of disappeared because of that thick primer I put on there. You know, there's a few dips in it. Like when I stand back, I can see a little dip here, and it looks like there might be a little dip right in here. But that just is what it is, you know. It's not brand new, shiny new, and perfect, but it's not half bad. And considering this thing was probably made in the 40s or the 50s, I'd say it's held up pretty good. And especially when you think about what it looked like when I started on it, it was looked like a rusted out piece of crap. So that's good. The rest of this is coated with Pour 15, and it's only coated on the rusty spots. So when I paint this, I'll paint everything. A lot of this inside won't really be seen that much, but I'll paint it so it looks real nice when we get through, and probably put a coat of, just spray some paint all inside there just for good measure. And she should be good, but there's nothing to be done on it now but wait, so I'm waiting. Alright, I took this out and started to sand it, and it's working good, but it's not really dry. You can see little spots like this and like this where the paint is moving around. It's still wet. I thought I might get away with it, but not, and I didn't want to do any more damage. I'll just leave it. I'll let it get dry. Next time I have a day off, it'll be dry enough for me to come back and sand it. I believe it's going to be good. Sand it one time good and spray a coat of paint on it. We'll see. If not, then we'll make other arrangements. But that's basically the plan. We'll see how it goes.